Number 5 is eating at the wrong time. In Ayurveda and yoga, it's recommended never to eat before or after sunset. This is because enzymes in your body are related to the circadian rhythm, which means you're only producing enzymes after sunrise and before sunset. So this means that you want to eat your heaviest meal when the sun's at its highest, which means your heaviest meal should be lunchtime. There's a saying in Ayurveda that goes, eat breakfast like a king, eat lunch like a prince, and eat dinner like a pauper. So for example, the king, he has a lot of money, so he eats the most expensive, nutritious foods in the morning. Then for lunch, the prince has the strongest digestion and he's the hungriest because he's young and active. So eat the most protein and dense heavy foods, the energizing foods, and as much quantity, more than any other meal at lunch. For dinner, obviously it has to be much before sunset. So in the summer, maybe around 6 or 7, in the winter around 5 or 6. Eat light food that is soft and warm and not too many calories. Fruit is a great meal for dinner. The only food that's okay to eat at night is milk, because naturally your body secretes enzymes at night from milk. It also has tryptophan, which is a protein that enhances your sleep quality. So try to have some milk with cardamom, ginger, some nutmeg, and some ghee an hour before bed, and see how it helps your sleep. Number 4 is eating too fast. Digestion starts in your mouth. Your salivary glands actually release a chemical for digestion called amylase, which breaks down sugars. If you just hold rice in your mouth, it'll eventually digest, just from the chemicals. The problem comes when we're eating food too fast, when we're in a rush. This chemical doesn't digest our food before it even gets sent to the stomach, and the stomach has a harder time digesting this food. In Ayurveda, they recommend you chew 24 times before you swallow. Now, I'm not telling you to count to 24 every single bite. That would be very annoying. But test yourself. When you're eating, naturally, just test and see. Count how many times you chew before you naturally would swallow. If you feel heavy or bloated after you eat, or have stomach pain of any kind, it could be that you're just not chewing your food slowly enough or finely enough. Remember, digestion starts in your mouth, so try this. Number 3 is emotional eating. When you have something that's stressing you out in life, whether it's a breakup, too much work, you feel overloaded, you feel overwhelmed, any negative emotion that's causing you emotional pain, it's very tempting to eat, to distract yourself, and to create a dopamine rush in your brain that medicates you and makes you feel good momentarily. The problem with this is that obviously it does not solve the problem, and it creates its own problem because you're overeating now. And you feel like you've temporarily solved your problem, but it's fake. So this creates health consequences in addition to the mental ill health that you have. Emotional eating could also be a more subtle reason why you overeat. Maybe you're not even aware why you're overeating. Maybe you just think it's your appetite. But if you check your emotional state and create a journal and rank how bad you feel before you eat, if you're really honest with yourself, you might find that you're overeating because you're either bored.
Boredom is demons stealing your life. Don't allow it.
Or you feel sad, or you feel hurt. So really do some introspection and see if you're ever doing this so that you can fix it. Number 2 is people eating and distracting themselves with something else as they're eating. Now this can be movies, TV, internet, YouTube, talking, or even just letting your mind wander and think about something else as you're eating. Why is this bad? Because it distracts you from actually knowing what the food is doing to you. Now maybe you don't think that's important, But if you don't know which foods are good for your system or bad for your system, then you won't know how to nourish your system in that moment. Your bodily needs are always different, day to day, month to month, meal to meal. If you just mindlessly eat and just dump food in here, you won't know what to eat. You won't know when to eat. You don't know when to stop. You won't notice all the subtle things that your body is signaling to you as you eat. Number 1 is a yogi's worst enemy. It's overeating. Overeating is the worst thing a yogi can do, because not only does it slow your body down and cause disease, discomfort, pain, excess weight in your body, but it makes you tired. Being tired is a yogi's worst enemy. The tiredness that you feel decreases your perception.
Tiredness is devil stealing your life. Don't allow.
When you decrease your perception and you're tired, how are you supposed to discover truth? How are you supposed to be meditative, let alone meditate? You're going to be going through the motions of meditating, but it's going to be extremely hard for you to become meditative. Even if you're eating healthy food, if you overeat, you're creating toxins in your body. It's too hard to digest all that food. So measure it out and split it up and work on your self-control, because if you can control your tongue and your hunger, then everything else in your body and your mind is going to be easier to control. Alright everyone, that was the video on the worst food habits. Try these out and let me know if I missed anything. Post in the comments one of the bad habits that is best to avoid. Next time, we're going to talk about the best habits and the best foods that you can eat to aid your digestion so that you can be the best yogi practitioner that you could possibly be. Alright guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.
When you think boredom is you, tiredness is yours, you are fool.